What's up everybody, I'm Sean. I'm a junior or a third year student in University Putra Malaysia UPM. I do a lot of tip videos, sharing videos and fun videos about my university life just like this one. If you are new here, welcome and consider subscribing. Before you continue watching this video, please kindly turn on the caption so that you can fully understand the whole video. Alright, actually, this is a highly requested video about scholarship.
How do you change from PTPTN holder to JPA holder? How did you apply for the JPA scholarship? Why did you switch from PTPTN holder to JPA? Is JPA offers better than PTPTN? I only got 2.84 CGPA for my STPM. Is it possible to get scholarships?
Other than this comment, some of you even DM me on Instagram about the JPA scholarship. Well, specifically, it's called PIDN JPA scholarship. In fact, I really appreciate for your inquiry. But I have to apologize as I couldn't answer all of you on Instagram because it's really difficult for me to explain in detail through texting. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you what is a PIDN JPA scholarship, how much is the allowance of a PIDN JPA scholarship, benefits of PIDN JPA scholarship, requirements of a PIDN JPA scholarship, and how to apply for a PIDN JPA scholarship. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the ultimate tip that can double your chance of getting a PIDN JPA scholarship. By the way, I'm going to focus on PIDN JPA scholarships only in this video because there are tons of scholarships out there and apparently I couldn't explain all of them in this video. No worries, I'm going to drop the links for some of the best scholarships in the description box down below. Feel free to check them out. Therefore, make sure to watch this video until the end as I'll be telling you how you can double your chances of getting pretty much every scholarship. Without further ado, let's begin! Number 1. What is a PIDN JPA scholarship? First of all, JPA stands for Jabatan Perkhidmatan Awam, which is Public Service Department. In fact, there are different JPA scholarships targeting at different groups of students. For example, there are scholarship offered for high school students that score 9A+ in SPM and university students like us. I'm going to talk about the latter one, which is specifically for university and college students, and the full title is called PIDN JPA Scholarship. But what is PIDN? PIDN stands for Program Ijazah Dalam Negara. I think it's called National Degree Program in English. Well, I'm just direct translating for the sake of your understanding. In fact, this scholarship is offered by Malaysia Public Service to the student who is pursuing their studies at overseas or local universities and colleges. Number 2. How much is the allowance of PIDN JPA scholarship? Well, it actually depends on your field of study and your university region. I'm going to drop a table now. This table shows the scholarship rate for undergraduate or degree course at local higher education institutions. Well, you're looking at the Malay version now. You can screenshot it if you want to. Alright, now this is the English version. You can screenshot it if you want to. I'm going to explain with the English version because it's easier for me. By the way, I'm just direct translating all the terms for the sake of explanation. The row represents the fields such as art, science, technology, and etc. Whereas the column represents the types of allowance such as living cost allowance, book allowance, and etc. Now let me explain about Rate A and Rate B. Rate A is for the universities in regions such as Kuala Lumpur, Pulau Pinang, Seberang Perai, Johor Bahru, Shah Alam, Subang Jaya, Petaling Jaya, Klang, Kajang, Selayang, Sabah, and Sarawak. While the remaining regions are under Rate B. And do you notice that Rate A is actually higher than Rate B? This is because the living expenses such as food and accommodation are higher in those regions. Take note that all the amount mentioned just now is for 1 year or 2 semesters. And you are going to receive the allowance at the beginning of every semester, which means you will receive the allowance twice per year. Alright, here's an example that I found from the internet. Okay, this is the Malay version. Same thing, I'm going to give you 5 seconds. You can screenshot it if you want to. Take your time. Alright, here is the English version. This is an example of the amount that you can receive every semester. All the amount is going to be divided by 2 because it's only for 1 semester. As you can tell from the table, all the dates are the same, which means they're going to pay you all the different types of allowance at one time. It's about 5,000 plus ringgit Malaysia. By the way, 19th of February is the beginning of a new semester. So you can pay your course fee immediately once you got the allowance, which is really convenient. As you can see, the scholarship holder is taking science-related courses in University Malaysia Sarawak. Okay, now let's refer to the previous table. So this scholarship holder is under field of science and she's getting Rate A because Sarawak is under Rate A. Number 3. benefits of PIDN JPA scholarship. Alright, imagine that you are a PIDN JPA scholarship holder now, and these are the benefits that you get to enjoy. Number 1. Generally, the amount of PIDN JPA scholarship is higher than the other scholarships. For example, I used to be a full 100% PTPTN holder, and I can get total of 21,000 ringgit Malaysia. Right now, I've become a PIDN JPA holder, and I can get total of 40,000 plus ringgit Malaysia, which is nearly double the amount of PTPTN. Number 2, it will help you to find a job through the website that is provided by JPA. Anyway, this doesn't guarantee you will get a job. However, only students who got the JPA scholarship can enroll for the job. In fact, there are 4 possible outcomes after you graduated. First, if you work for government, then it will be full scholarship, which means you don't have to pay a single penny. But you will have a bonding with government for maybe 3 or 4 years depending on your career field. Second, if you work for government linked company GLC, then you will need to pay 25% of the full amount, which is about 10,000 ringgit Malaysia. Third, if you work for non-government company, then you need to pay 50% of the full amount, which is about 20,000 ringgit Malaysia. Lastly, other than the situation above, you will need to pay 100% full amount. For instance, working overseas is one of the examples for this situation. In my opinion, this PIDN JPA scholarship is a really good scholarship because even if you are working for a non-government company, you will still get 50% of the full amount, which is 20,000 ringgit Malaysia for free. Unless you are in the fourth situation, the last situation where you need to pay back full 100% amount. However, I need you to know that every scholarship has their own terms and conditions. And if you were to compare the terms and conditions of PIDN JPA scholarship with other scholarships, it's really worth. So give it a shot, give it a try. Trust me, you won't regret applying it. Number 3, PIDN JPA scholarship holder has a huge advantage during an interview. In fact, I realized this when I was having an interview during a national competition in 2019. Back then, what happened was the interviewer asked me to introduce myself. Just like everyone else, I said that I used to be the president of this body uniform, that society. Guess what? They look boring because everyone talk about more or less the same thing. But when I say that I'm a JPA scholarship holder, the interviewer's eyes become bigger, they sit straight up and they say, "Wow, so you are a JPA scholarship holder." That's good. At that moment, I realized that being a JPA scholarship holder is a big plus point during an interview. The reason is because there are only 7,000 students who got the JPA scholarship annually, which is lesser than the other scholarships. So, the interviewer will think that, okay, there is something special or good about this interviewee because it's not easy to get a JPA scholarship. Number 4, requirements of a PIDN JPA scholarship. In fact, there are 2 types of requirements for PIDN JPA scholarship, which is general requirements and academic requirements. You will need to fulfill these 2 requirements before you can apply for this scholarship. First, let's talk about the general requirements. The general requirements consist of Number 1, the applicant has finished at least 1 semester of study. Number 2, the applicant must not exceed 22 years old or 23 years old for remove and transition student. Number 3, the applicant's family member are not blacklisted by JPA. Number 4, the applicant possesses SPMV or SPM certificate that qualifies. Number 5, the applicant is in good health without critical conditions such as AIDS, HIV, and etc. Number 6, the applicant has to be a Malaysian citizen. Now, let's talk about the academic requirements. The academic requirements consist of Number 1, the applicant has achieved a minimum CGPA or PNGK of 3.30 in the first semester. And of course, the higher the pointer, the higher the chances of getting this scholarship. Number 2, the applicant has minimum 18 months or 1.5 years of studies remain excluding the current semester. Okay, for example, we engineering students need to take 4 years to complete our courses. Now, I'm a 3rd year student in my semester 6. Therefore, I'm not eligible. I can't apply this scholarship because I only have 1 more year or 12 more months to go. In other words, if you have total of 4 years to study like I do, you can only apply this scholarship during your 1st year or 2nd year. Okay, that's all for academic requirements. Now, imagine that you are already the scholarship holder. All you need to do is to maintain a minimum CGPA of 3.00 for every semester. Or else, JPA would abort the scholarship and stop giving you the allowance. Number 5, how to apply a PIDN JPA scholarship. To be honest, PIDN JPA scholarship is much easier to apply compared to PTPTN. All you need to do is to follow the simple steps in the official website. I remember that I only filled up a few information such as my proof of results, my family household income and etc. Because JPA already possesses most of your information, the tricky part is that the application period is open for 1 week only. Yes, 1 week only. Once you miss it, you have to wait for 1 year to reapply the scholarship. Usually the application period is between April to May. But I think this year, 2020, the application period will be delayed a little bit due to COVID-19 crisis. This is because I received my allowance a little bit late for this semester. So you need to be alert during this period. Just spend a few minutes every day to check out the official website. No worries, I'm going to drop the link for the official websites down in the description box below. Once it's open for application, just follow the simple steps. It's really easy to apply. Alright, for the students that have successfully applied for this scholarship, you will have your own JPA account to update your personal information, to check the allowance balance and etc. I've also dropped the link down in the description box below. Bonus: how to double your chances of getting a PIDN JPA scholarship. Finally, I'm going to tell you the ultimate tip that can double your chances of getting the PIDN JPA scholarship. First of all, I'm going to tell you some stories first. I have 2 real life examples here and both of them are actually my friends. For the first example, my friend's household income was considered lower middle class, which is below the average household income. And her CGPA was 3.4 plus, which is slightly over the threshold of 3.30. For the second example, my friend's CGPA was 4.0. Yes, you heard me, 4.0, which is 4 flat. But she still did not get it. Why? Because her household income was considered upper middle class. Therefore, you can tell from these 2 examples that household income and academic results are the 2 important factors in deciding your scholarship approval. In other words, if you have a relatively good academic results and low household income, then you have a great chance to get the PIDN JPA scholarship. And the good news is, both of my friends managed to get the scholarship at the end of the day. But how did they do that? The answer is appeal. Yes, what they did was they wrote an appeal letter to JPA and they got approved eventually. Okay, for the first example, my friend said that she is a self-funded student. That means she had to work part-time to support herself, such as paying the school fee and petrol money. This is because her dad is no longer working due to work injury. And after writing the appeal letter, she attached some proof to show that she is still working and her dad has already retired. For the second example, my friend said that yes, her household income is good and that is undeniable. But her parents are very strict on her. My friend only received the allowance for school fee and basic expenses. She needs to use her own money if she wants to buy something expensive for herself. So similar to the first example, she also worked part-time to reward herself with some noble gadgets and etc. Same thing, she also attached the proof to show that she is working part-time as well. Alright, let me recap. My point is, first, you must fulfill all the requirements first. For example, if you are not a Malaysian, then it's very hard for you to apply for this scholarship. But no worries, I'm going to link other scholarships down in the description box below. Second, if you don't get a scholarship for the first time, it's okay. Try to write a good, detailed and persuasive appeal letter. Just Google it up. There are tons of appeal letter format, example, templates for you to refer online. Trust me, it's really worth trying to appeal. Third, try to provide a strong evidence such as your parents' health condition, the proof of working and etc. Don't just tell your story, it's not enough. In fact, the evidence is a much stronger tool in helping you to persuade the authority. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you like this kind of content and benefited from it. Please kindly share this video to your friends, your classmates and etc. so that they can benefit from this video as well. So, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to this channel if you aren't already. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my videos in the future. I'm Sean and I will see you in the next one. Peace. JPA scholarship can enroll from which is about 10 SPMV qualifications that qualifies certificate. The applicant is in good health such as for the second example,